Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Dad Jokes in Crypto. How are you doing today, Travis?
Great, and you?
Good. You can tell it's getting late in the evening because we've had quite the conversation prior to this filming. But we wanted to talk a little bit today, kind of about what we called contagion in the last bear market, and then kind of how those things change and flop into the upcoming bull market that we anticipate 2024 to 2025. So yeah, let's jump right in, Travis. So what were some things you recall from the bear market that we just are now hopefully coming out of here pretty soon?
So I remember, and you probably remember as well. We talked a little bit about it before, but we talked about the whole FTX debacle.
Mm,
Um,
I guess.
Sam Bankman-Fried, so SBF. For those of you that are entering the crypto world might hear a little bit about some of these acronyms. FTX token. SBF is Sam Bankman-Fried, who owned what was it, FTX, right?
Yeah, he basically founded the FTX exchange. We like to call him Voldemort, where I come from, but
Lord
um,
Voldemort.
yeah, Lord Voldemort. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he basically founded this exchange, and then there was a big fallout because how they were funding the exchange was with their own tokens that they made up. So everything was just like this big house of cards. And they said, oh, our value is X billions of dollars, when really it was all fake because they were their own tokens that they made. So it was this huge disaster.
I remember a few years ago, you and I had discussed. Remember, we had talked about like the poker scandal, the online poker gaming thing, and how some of those people could see what other people's hands were. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
And then we had like equivalated that to what Sam Bankman-Fried was doing. Like he could see what everybody's hands were doing, and then he
Mm,
would make trades and stuff like that and push specific tokens,
yeah.
pump specific things.
Yeah, and this kind of comes brings up a conversation you and I had a little bit earlier about Solana. So Solana's had its ups and downs, but Solana was really highly backed by Sam Bankman-Fried, and it's basically they call them Ethereum killers. You know, it's basically a token that's designed to do the same kind of thing as Ethereum, basically be another layer to the internet.
So
Um,
is this a layer one? Is Solana a layer one? Is that what that
Yeah,
is?
Solana is a layer one, kind of like Cardano, Polkadot. I can't think of any others at the moment, but same idea. And he was a big backer of Solana. And while Solana, like I said, wasn't perfect, it had its issues, a lot of outages and things like that. There is some people that think that that was because of Sam Bankman-Fried and all the insider trading kind of shady stuff that he was doing. Um, but if you don't mind, I'd like to share my screen.
Yeah, absolutely. And you had asked me earlier, and so this kind of brings up that conversation. Uh, if what my thoughts were on Solana, and I had
Mhm.
told you, and this is just for the general public out there, that I can't honestly invest in Solana and expect a good return from it, just
Yeah,
because of the bad rap that it had in the past. And so I will take my money and I will invest it in other coins that I think will be of better value. How what are your feelings on it? Like I see that it is definitely moving,
yeah,
and so I'm just kind of curious what your thoughts. I never gathered your thoughts.
yeah. I struggle. I go back and forth. I I think the Solana itself has some good things about it. It's a little bit quicker than Ethereum, can handle more transactions than Ethereum, but it hasn't really been stress tested that much. But when it has been stress tested, there's been a lot of outages. They've had to shut the blockchain down, like a bunch of kind of weird stuff. And so that I don't love, but what I do love is making money. So that's why so here's the Solana chart here over the past, this is all time, right? If we go to the past
E-
year, this was right after the FTX debacle just bombed, right? It's down to like
so I
$9.
yeah, it dropped like 90, 95 or 98% is what we were looking
Yeah,
at earlier.
bad, huge drop. But the people that, and this is something we've talked about before, is to be counter to the market. If everyone's, buy, 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 that means it's time to maybe start thinking about selling. If everyone's like sell, 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 that's maybe time to start thinking about purchasing, because the general populace will make poor decisions because they're all emotion based and news driven kind of decisions. Whereas the smart money is doing the opposite. They're like, hey, everyone's scared of this. The price is super low. It's a good buy. So, I mean, let's say you bought this around this time, December, November last year. Look
Buying
at
the red and selling the green.
look at these gains you would have at that point. Over here, almost just over a 413% gain on whatever you put in. So you put $100 in, you're 400 now. $1,000 in, you're 4,000 now. And so that that to me is kind of like, oh well, maybe we can make some money here. And so I kind of go back and forth between is it a coin that uh could be beneficial, could make us some money, or was it really just Sam Bankman-Fried messing up everything and screwing up Solana because it was kind of one of his like big things that he was into, or is it something you don't want to get into? I don't know. I go back and forth.
It, it's hard, and it's hard to decide. And this contagion, not necessarily exactly to this level, but this kind of contagion happens every bear market. So
Yeah. Well, and so let's go. I was going to jump onto here. So let's go to XRP, for example. So this is the XRP chart all time, right? Obviously, all of us wish we could have bought, like $10 million worth of XRP here. But look at this. So this is kind of shows the Bitcoin cycles, right? So this is XRP. It's not Bitcoin, obviously, but it shows the same idea where basically, there's nothing really going on. Then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh, crypto is the best. Bam, goes to the moon. And then afterwards, all this stuff happens. Boom, boom, boom. It just gets knocked down, knocked down. All these articles come out about how crypto is a big scam or whatever. And then I think this drop right here was when COVID happened. They started shutting things down. Everyone was terrified of everything. But then we see the recover here, and there's some, different ideas on why this peak wasn't as high, but same thing. Then after that, all the FTX stuff was happening and everything just bombed. And one of our favorite YouTubers, Blockchain Backer, always talks about like the charts predict kind of all this stuff. He's like, you show me the charts and I'll tell you what the news is going to be, because you can basically tell like, okay, at this point we're due for a pullback, a major pullback. There's going to be some big stuff, big news that comes out that, whatever the case may be, that is just going to basically lower that price to back down to whatever levels. So it's just something to kind of be aware of as you're going forward in your crypto journey, that these are the things that are going to happen. You're going to have these huge peaks where everyone's like, buy, 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 buy. Kind of like we made fun of one of our friends that bought GameStop stock at $700 a share, right at the tippy top because of all the hype around it. But then what happened? After everyone was done at the tippy top, it just bam, just crashed. And so that's why we want to make sure that we're kind of reading, understanding what's going on and being able to have, pull the emotion out of our trading, like we've talked about before.
And see, and I wanted to thank you because of our last video. That was the first time I've actually set up a limit buy. I set it up on Uphold.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just kind of waiting for stuff to happen there, waiting for the prices to drop down. I just need one of those red wicks, and then I can scoop some up at a little bit of a lower price. I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Pull the emotion out of it, and
yeah, and that's the cool thing about limit buys. You can set whatever that price is, and if it just is a quick wick down and comes back up, you still scooped up what you can. So, but yeah, that's kind of we want to just jump in and tell everybody, like, make sure you're pulling that emotion out of your trading, out of your investing. And honestly, it should be that way with all investments, not just crypto, but you just consistently invest in things that you believe have a good track record and will do good for you. So that's it, I think.
I agree. I agree. So yeah, don't let people get to you and be like, hey, this is the last bull run that we're gonna have, the last bear market. This is gonna go on for a while, and it happens. I mean, it's on a cycle every 4 years. So
with Bitcoin
every 4 years.
So
in the bear market, scoop up as much as you can, and then you ride those waves to the tippy top and pull out 70% is what I'm told, and then and then at that point you at least made 70% profit, and then you can, if you lose 30%, well,
and not to lean too heavily on him, but Blockchain Backer, his strategy, if I believe, you have to watch his videos, not financial advice. or blockchain backer advice. But what he says is once he hits his certain price points that he feels like are where the crypto will get towards a peak or whatever, he pulls out 65% and the rest is ride or die. So he has 35%. If it takes a moonshot and quadruples the next day, he's got some in there. If it drops down to zero, he's got some in there for whatever that case may be. And again, you do what is right for you and your situation, but those are just some ideas that you can maybe consider.
I like that. Speaking of moonshots, what is an astronaut's favorite part of the computer? The space bar.
Because he's in space.
The space bar.
So the real question though is what do you call a factory that makes okay products?
I don't know what.
A satisfactory.
Hey, how do you
Yes.
spell candy with just 2 letters?
What? Just 2 letters?
Yeah. It's more of a riddle than it is a dad joke, but C and Y.
C and Y. Okay.
That was good, huh? That one was good. I like that one.
Did you know that I only know 25 letters of the alphabet?
Really? You don't
Yeah.
know why, huh?
I don't know why.
I was gonna tell you, your kids are into space and stuff, right?
Mhm. Oh yeah.
Like spicy, they still do that. They know a lot about Earth, like how Earth is like 70% water.
Mhm.
Did you
Oh
know
yeah.
this? Earth is like 70% water, and virtually none of it is carbonated. So the Earth is in fact flat. I'm just saying that for all the flat earthers out there.
By the way, how do flat earthers travel?
How?
On a plane?
My daughter was asking me the other day. She says, what do you sing a snowman on his birthday?"
Happy birthday, snowman.
Freeze a jolly good fellow, freeze a jolly good fellow.
It's a joke. That's pretty good, actually.
I like it. My kids tell me this. They're like, "Hey, I got another joke for your channel, Dad." All right, let's do
Hey,
this. Let's do this.
by the way, what do you call the Terminator when he retires?
Tell me, what is it?
The Exterminator.
The exterminator.
That's my favorite one. I put that in as a short, but man, that's funny.
So funny. I love it. The exterminator.
Uh, okay, well,
Makes me happy.
I got a barrage of a barrage of dad jokes at the end there. Uh,
That was great. We had a couple of them we had to get out there. So
Perfect. Been saving up. We hadn't done a video for a few days, so it is time.
it is time. Who says that? Is it Rafiki?
Yeah, I think so.
Rafiki.
Yeah.
From the Lion King.
He's the
Yeah.
best.
Rafiki.
I might have to edit some of this out.
That's cool.
We got another bloopers item coming.
You almost look like a pirate there.
Where be the booty?
What's your favorite letter? You think that better be the C?
To be the C.
Oh, you can tell we're winding down for the night because
Yeah, it's getting pretty late.
yeah, it's 2 o'clock a.m. our time. I don't know what it is everybody else's time, but
Yeah, I had to call Travis to wake him up for the video. So
hey, video, Drev.
remember, we always shoot at 2 a.m. Oh man. All right. Well, with that, thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Dad Jokes and Crypto.
Thanks, everybody.
Oh crap.